Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人张舒，在纽约向您问好。我们看到周四美股是持续收高，其中标准普尔500指数也是创下了自去年11月份以来的最高位，收高于非常关键的2100点的心理关口。而今天推涨市场的主要是医疗健康板块的股票，但是与此同时也有一系列的宏观基本面的积极消息，其中包括了欧洲央行维持利率不变，以及石油输出国组织欧佩克，虽然他们是保持一个出口量并没能减少，但是与此同时这也没有很大程度上的拖累今天的油价。另外一方面，我们看到美国本土所发布的 ATP 私营部门的5月份就业人数是达到了17.3万，虽然这比此前路透社所预计的17.5万要低，但是依然高于像比如说 MarketWatch 这样子的网站所预计的16.8万的数字，因此也是提振了今天的市场。Hi Scott, U.S. stocks closed higher today as investors waited for the important employment report due tomorrow. And actually today is quite an eventful day because we have ECB and also the OPEC meeting. So how do you evaluate the market?
Well, I'm glad that the ECB is behind us and OPEC is behind us. So the only thing we have in front of us is a jobs report. So with that said, we did close near the highs of the year, with lots of participation in lots of sectors. So the question is, can we break out? So if you look at the chart of the SPX, you will see that, granted, we are a pebble throw away from last year's highs, which are right here. And first time we got to this spot, we got rejected. But when we got rejected, what did we do? We came back and held higher. So now we held higher from the lows of the year. So now the question is, after taking out this descending channel, were we able to hold upper bull flag to then get some traction above this area? So I'm thinking that we do break out. It would be nice. We were trading against 2088. That's held. And then, but a move tomorrow with a close above 2111 opens the door to 2130. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. It could be a very interesting session.
Well, with the ADP report, generally in line with the expectation, the bank sector benefit from it. And what's your idea about tomorrow's more important employment report?
Well, it's the last report before the Fed meeting, and I think that investors and traders want good news. They don't want hot news, but they want good news. And good news to me would be like 170 to 190. We get 170 to 190, that's good news, it's not hot news, and I think that the banks could do well, and I think that the S&P could make the move that some are anticipating. So with that being said, you look at the chart of the XLF. The XLF looks good to me. The XLF has already held higher. It's holding above the 2016 highs, which the S&P isn't. So a stronger report tomorrow could be a catalyst for the banks to go up, which would help the S&P above 2100. If you want to look at one bank, let's just look at JP Morgan because we keep talking about it, and it's been best in breed. First move was when it ignited here and held, technically great. Then it got above the 2016 highs and held again. So tomorrow, if it can clear this spot, which if you want to take a closer look, is just about 65.90 or 66, that would help the broader indice and also help sentiment. So I think a stronger number would be embraced. A hot number, not so great, and a poor number, then we're probably back into the range.
There were some divergences going on in tech names, and I know there were some names are on your radar right now, for example, the Apple and also Facebook. So is there any opportunity you see in these stocks?
They're like kind of taking turns. Amazon, which is one of them, closed at highs. Amazon is at historic highs. If you've been long Amazon and trying to buy it on dips, you've been very paid. Look at that. Last time it had a very tradable pattern was when it broke above this wedge right here and held support. And now look at it, very healthy, showing you highs. Facebook hasn't happened yet. I keep talking about it because I do think it does happen. It's just going to drive a lot of people a little batty until so. So if you're trading it versus spot, maybe with a little bit of volume, it can get above this 120 and also join. Today, Apple, I talked about buying the dip. I tried to show you guys on Twitter. You can look at my chart where I think it needs to hold, which was right about here, which was at 96.80. So it's still broken, but ever since this reclamation of 92.50, it's been okay. So in order for this to stay in the game, remember last time it broke and couldn't find a friend? I think it has to hold today's low, and that would be good for tech. So if it could hold 96.60 going forward, maybe there's a chance that it helps tech versus being a headwind to the overall market.
Okay, we're running out of time, but definitely tune in because we have more to offer every day.
Yes, and just in closing, watch oil. Oil did not sell off with the OPEC news. I think that's a bullish sign. If oil stays above 47.5, that's good. If it gets above 50, that also could be a tailwind. So good luck tomorrow.
好的，感谢您的收看，我们明天再见。